Hi. Last week I finally got around to seeing Creed 2. I went through the whole Rocky movie series last year, watched all the previous films, most of them for the first time, and even though it had been out for nearly a month, I managed to catch somewhere that was still showing Creed 2 on January 3rd. I had a new appreciation of the Rocky films after watching them. Rocky 5 in particular I enjoyed a lot more than its reputation would have led me to expect. So I went into Creed 2 with very high hopes, and I must admit I found it rather disappointing. It's the story of Apollo, who's now gained the title, Adonis Creed, son of Apollo, who's now gained his world title. He's on top of the world, he's going to be married, he's even going to have a son, but the past raises its head in the form of Ivan Drago, the man who killed his father in the ring, whose son is also a boxer, Victor, and the stage is set for a new battle between the sons of these great rivals. The film has a theme of the legacies that sons pass down, so Adonis feels the need to live up to his father's legacy, whereas Victor is having that legacy actively forced upon him. And it's an interesting notion, but it's not handled especially deftly. The film really misses the sure hand of Ryan Coogler from Creed, and even Sylvester Stallone, who co-writes the script. I think he contributed a little. Excuse me. He doesn't direct; it's left to Stephen Cable Jr. And Stallone himself has much more of a supporting, subordinate role in the film as an actor. So it's not quite there, and a lot of the other material in the film concerns about Donnie's ability to be a father, the fact that his wife is losing her hearing, and concerns about whether or not their son will be born deaf, and their son is born deaf. Whether he's going to be able to cut it, whether he's going to measure up as a man. It's a worthwhile idea, but it's just not sufficiently original. It doesn't feel fresh to the series in the way that Creed did. The legacy is also eventually connected to Rocky himself, with his regrets over failing to be a good father to his son Robert, and that ties in at the end of the film and provides a neat exit for Stallone, who said that this is his last performance as Rocky. It's a good film, but it's not what it could be, and I thought that was a shame. It does suggest that the story of Adonis Creed is going to carry on, that there will almost certainly be a Creed 3, that it will be without the input of Sylvester Stallone. I'm mildly concerned as to what will happen then, because you need strong writers, you need strong creative people who can really feel the depth of the characters. When Stallone was driving the series forward, he was writing and starring, and very much was writing from his own personal feelings at the time. There was a strong emotional core, and that core feels shaky with this one. It's not a terrible film by any means. On a technical level, it is top-notch. The acting is very fine. Dolph Lundgren, who returns as Ivan Drago, I think is very good as this wounded bear character. But it's not what it should be.